Shalom, shalom. Mic check. I'm just checking the sound, make sure everything is working. Mic check, mic check. We're almost there. Okay, Khan. The water. All right, shalom. First things first, I'm going to give our honor and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Akar Dash. And we say, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Akar Dash. And we give double honors to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders, the great millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We're in the time of the end, 2021, which is hastening the coming of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Things are moving for the name Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. And it's not something, all praise is definitely due, man. You know, for the Lord to bring us out of darkness, to bring us into this light, to bring us where we're at right now is a great blessing, man. So we're going to jump right into it. As you see the title of the lesson today, it's going to be a quick update. Like I said, I like to get these done especially every week to try to just show the updates that we're at, man. All right, so it's going to be a quick update. Like I said, I like to get these done every. Okay, so this is a World War III update. Okay, so things are at the fringe because everything that's going to be happening these days are going to be simultaneously. All right, they're going to be happening simultaneously. They're going to be happening almost one after another. The mark of the beast. All right, World War III, Jacob's trouble. All this is going to be taking place at a simultaneous time. So let's go ahead and jump into the first video. This is a World War III update that this was on the 9th. I think the brother posted this on the 9th, but it's still a definite good update. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video, and then we're gonna jump into another couple videos that we got lined up. And Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson and to show the time that we at, man. You got to be of quick understanding, and you got to just strap in, man. This is our ticket home. It's belief. All right, so let's go ahead and play this.
Veiled threat against the United States, warning that his country will not be bullied by foreign adversaries, saying that any threats would be met with a, quote, great wall of steel. All this during a speech at the 100-year anniversary.
Oh, hold on. Let me share my screen, Salakia. Let me go ahead and put the screen up. All right. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Yeah, Khan. Yeah, just like the brother just said, the mark of the beast. RFID is the mark of the beast. That's right. So now we come into that time where these are going to be pushed, man. These are going to be pushed heavy. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. So lock out and share my screen.
And our top story: China's President Xi Jinping making a veiled threat against the United States, warning that his country will not be bullied by foreign adversaries, saying that any threats would be met with a, quote, great wall of steel. All this during a speech at the 100-year anniversary of the Chinese Communist Party. Jackie DeAngelis is in the newsroom with the details. Jackie.
Hi, David. Good evening to you. The Chinese Communist Party, of course, turning 100 today, and it is a pivotal turning point, not just for China, but the United States as well. Now, China and President Xi have made no secret of their intention to pursue economic dominance, and they found praise in that department today from an unlikely source, Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk. Musk tweeted this, quote, the economic prosperity that China has achieved is truly amazing, especially in infrastructure. I encourage people to visit and see for themselves. Now, remember that President Trump tried to counter the Chinese threat. That's how he perceived it, with action. One was tariffs to level the playing field when it came to trade. But some issues are still unresolved, right? We're talking about the human rights crisis with the Uyghurs, Hong Kong, Taiwan, intellectual property, and much more as well. How President Biden chooses to proceed here is going to be very telling. So far, we haven't seen that much. And how about the comments from the China's president today? As you mentioned, as the 100-year CCP anniversary is commemorated. I want to read the whole part of what you just talked about there. The Washington Post quoting President Xi, he said this: "The Chinese people have never bullied, oppressed, or enslaved the people of other countries. At the same time, the Chinese people will never allow any foreign forces to bully, oppress, or enslave us.
So,
Anyone who dares to try
like the brother said, let the weak say that I'm strong. That's what you see taking place right now. These nations, the Lord, okay, how do we know that this is the time of how the Lord works? We have to go back to the statue of Nebuchadnezzar. The Lord works on other nations' minds. Those nations stand up, just like the Babylonian Empire. Then you had the Medo-Persian Empire. Then you had the Greeks come into power. Then you had the Romans come into power. All right. Those were succession of nations. Those were nations fighting against nations and the Most High moving on their minds. So this is what's taking place now. This is the Bible in the modern day era. Okay. Understand that. This is the Bible in the modern day era. Just like we have prophets that are raising up. And it says what? Jeremiah 28 says the prophets that have been before me prophesied both against great nations of war, pestilence. So that's all we're doing today. We're going against the greatest nation on the planet Earth right now, which is Babylon the Great. All right. And we're telling it that what? The Lord is going to work on the minds of these nations and they're going to take you down. Because what did the prophet Daniel tell Nebuchadnezzar? He says, you are the gold head. You are that head of gold, but you're going to be taken down. All right. By a succession of nations. And then it's going to lead to the 10 toes, which is partly strong and partly weak. That's where we're at now. These nations are getting ready to go against each other, and they're going to use these thermonuclear weapons as their weapons. That's going to be the fuel of fire. That's why it says the wars that have been before garments rolled in blood. Now this shall be fuel of fire, which is what they call it, the fuel rods. What do they call nuclear powered rods? They call them fuel rods. Okay, so let's keep playing this.
To do that will have their heads bashed bloody against a great wall of steel.
You hear that? You hear how slick? You see how slick he's talking? He said we'll have their head bashed.
To try to do that. At the same time, the Chinese people will never allow any foreign forces to bully, oppress, or enslave us. Anyone who dares to try to do that will have their heads bashed bloody against a great wall of steel forged by over 1.4 billion Chinese people. Now, it's statements like this that lead you to believe that China has become emboldened. President Xi was not talking like this, a year or two ago. And experts like Michael Pillsbury, who President Trump referred to as the leading authority on China, agree. Listen to this.
Once Trump got his bearings and got going on China, he's had views about China for 20 years in his own writings.
Hey man, you gotta watch a guy like this. Well, that's why it says be careful of reading of many books. I bet you this guy has tried to read all these books, if not said he has. All right. So he's mad, man. All right. These are the agricultural country. They just did growth in rice and different growing things. That's why it's symbolic of the plowshare. You use a plowshare to do what? To garden. So what is that plowshare being beaten? The swords? That's weapons. That's turning from a agricultural country to a weapon-based country. They're investing in their military instead of their agriculture. That's how they're beating their plowshares into swords. Okay, so that's what China and different nations that wasn't built up in their military might. Now they're built up and they're saying, what? We got it too. We got the missile too. We got the weapons of war too. So you can't mess with us. Okay, that's the symbolic of this. It's Joel 3:10. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Okay, so that's what they're doing, man. That's what they're doing right now. They're saying that we strong too. We got the weapons. We ready to go. All right. So let's go ahead and this is the next news story to show you nuclear war is on the horizon, man. All right, nuclear war is on the horizon. Thus saith the Bible. Not these people. These people are just catching up to the truth that's already been put out here.
That said, let's jump into these headlines. I have a pretty explosive headline here from The Drive that I'd like to start with. And apparently, the Pentagon is warning of an increased potential for nuclear conflict in a newly disclosed manual. The report goes on to read, a U.S. military manual that only recently became public says that the world now faces a higher probability of conflict involving nuclear weapons. The document points to multiple nuclear weapon systems and policies being pursued by adversaries and potential adversaries as signs that the world is moving away from de-escalation and is instead moving closer to the reality of a nuclear exchange. While the document avoids placing any weight on the U.S. policy in helping to increase the likelihood of nuclear conflict, it does note that the flexible nuclear weapons the U.S. has.
All right. She said there's many nuclear systems, right? Let's pull this up. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 14. And it says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, and ye that bend the bow, shoot at her. So what the part about this is all ye that bend the bow. All ye that bend the bow is speaking about these nuclear systems. All right, because the silo is the bow. All right, and the arrow is the actual thermonuclear missile. So bending the bow means putting these systems, these weapon systems into play. So these scriptures are on point down to the minute, man. It says all them that bend the bow. So all them that bend the bow is speaking about the nuclear armed countries and regions. They're bending their bow, and they have it in the majority of the powerhouses in the world have their bow bent at Babylon. But the Lord is going to put something in their mind to force them to shoot those bows and to shoot those arrows off, man. Okay? So listen close. And it says, put yourselves in array. All right. And then let's get some I'm gonna get another version. This is the NET Bible. It says, take up your battle positions all around Babylon. See how specific that is? Read it again. Take up your battle positions all around Babylon. All you soldiers who are armed with bows. All you soldiers, the symbolic of the soldiers is speaking about these other nations who are armed with the bow. What are they armed with? The thermonuclear weapons and the weapon systems it takes to launch those missiles. Shoot all your arrows at her. Shoot your missiles at Babylon. Is this frozen? Hold on, let me make sure this ain't frozen. It's loading up on my computer. Let me make sure this ain't frozen. Man, he's on his BS technology, man. It's starting to wear down. Let me read it one more time while this is loading. It says, take up your battle positions all around Babylon, all you soldiers that bend the bow. Shoot all your arrows at her. Do not hold back, for she hath sinned against the Lord. All right. So this is the indignation that's coming at Babylon. Let me make sure this is on the. Can you Akim hear me? Okay. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. It's loaded up now. So let me read that one more time, just in case you brothers didn't hear it. This is the NET Bible. It says, take up your battle positions all around Babylon. All you soldiers who are armed with the bows, shoot all your arrows at her. Do not hold any back, for she have sinned against the Lord. And you got to understand these. Okay, is it going now? Okay, there we go. It's going now. So we're at the time where conflict is inevitable, man. It's inevitable. Let me get some of these precepts. This is Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah. The brother Hopeful Elect just posted this. This is Isaiah 34 and 5. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. When you bathe something, you immerse it. You put it in water, okay? So these missiles are going to be put into the atmosphere, and they're going to come back. They're going to make an arch, okay? They're going to, the Lord is going to give them the real ark, the ark of the missiles, okay? Just like you have the ark of Titus, all right? These arks are going to come into the atmosphere, and they're going to come back down on the planet Earth, and they're going to destroy any target that they land on. That's how the missiles are going to be shot. They're going to go into heaven, into the atmosphere. They're going to come back down onto their target. That's how you know this Bible is written not by men. Men didn't know of this technology. All right. Men didn't know the capabilities of missile technology. And everything that's in the missile, from the fuel that it's powered by, is in the earth. From the metal that it's made with, it's in the earth. All right. The technology, the computer parts work by what? Minerals in the earth. So these are earth-based weapons that have been upgraded and made into weapons, man. Just like you take a piece of iron and you beat it into a sword, the same way Esau took the minerals and the elements in the planet Earth and manipulated it to make these weapons, man. That's why the Lord said it. He created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. Every part of these weapons, even the components and the metal that is in them, is ruled by the minerals on the planet Earth. So check that out, man. All right, so let's keep playing. Oh, no, let me finish this. It says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, Edom." It's going to come down on the Edomites. So now we got to find out who the Idumeans are. And we have found out it's the Edomites, okay? Idumea goes back to the Esau, okay? It says, "And upon the people of my curse." And what is that curse? That's the curse of leprosy, all right? That's the curse of leprosy that you see today. And it don't matter if they have the leprosy out in the open. It don't matter if they're a black Edomite. They're still going to be judged. They're still of the stock of Idumea. This is a stock-based thing. The prophecies deal with a seed line. Just like the blessings go to the line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, and the throne of King David is going to be established on the planet Earth. So it's a seed line. The chosen line is the line of the Israelites. The wicked line and the line of the people's curse is the Idumeans, which goes back to Esau, Ishashua. Okay, once you understand it like that, you can start seeing the biblical prophecies clearly, because this is coming for somebody. All right, it's coming for somebody. The salvation and the judgment is coming for somebody, and you have to figure out who they are. Once you figure out who they are, then you place yourself where you fit in in the spirit, man. All right, and you try to place yourself there in the line of the righteous. That's where you're trying to go, man. Okay, so let's keep playing this.
Interest in the event of a regional conflict involving nuclear arms. In this manual's executive summary, the authors say that despite United States-led de-escalation and non-proliferation efforts, since 2010, no potential adversary has reduced either the role of nuclear weapons in its national security strategy or the number of nuclear weapons it fields. Instead, the publication asserts that these potential adversaries have moved decidedly in the opposite direction. Ultimately, the document claims that there is an increased potential for regional conflicts involving nuclear armed adversaries.
So it's an increased potential because it's going to happen. It's going to happen, all right? The third woe cometh quickly, all right? All these things that are set to happen are for our salvation. If these don't take place, we don't get out of here. Nuclear war must happen for us to be delivered out of Babylon. Facts. That's how it must go down, man. There is no way of us getting delivered without these missiles. These are part of our salvation, man. These are for the controversy of Zion, man. All right. The revenging of the blood, man. The Lord is going to avenge our blood with these missiles. It says, "He that toucheth you toucheth the apple of mine eye," man. Hold on, let me pull this precept up. This is the book of Isaiah 34 and verse 8. And it says, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance. So the day that's coming, these nuclear weapons, is the day of the Lord's vengeance. And it's also what? Let's keep reading. "For it is the day of our Lord's vengeance and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion." Oh, man, check this out. This is the Christian Standard Bible to show you that Esau knows what's going to happen, okay? Listen close. This is the Christian Standard Bible. For the Lord has a day of vengeance, a time of payback, Edom, for his hostility against Zion. This is Holman Christian Standard Bible. For the Lord has a day of vengeance, a time of payback, Edom, for its hostility against Zion. So this day is for the pain that Edom has caused, because Edom is the ruling body right now, man. They're the one in power, because that goes back into the Roman Empire, which was the deadly wound that was healed. And now we're back at it again, man. Okay, so that touches based on that. Lord willing, that was an edifying point. But I'm gonna play this quick video. This is just a Mark update. This is a Russian doctor. Now it's getting into the medical field. This is not where you got an office. This is medical, because this is where they really gonna get people to get this this mark. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this.
Вот. Вот они. Вот остальные. Можно убрать?
See, look, he got implant.
Маленький 2 на 6 резко. Это маленький, 1,5 на 7 миллиметров. Это 2 на 12, это 3 на 13. Это вход в роддом. Пишут пароли и транспортная карта. И есть еще один. Вот он. Это основной.
This dude got like 4 chips in him.
Это сами типы инжектора. Маленький, размером 1,5 на 7 миллиметров. И 2 на 12 миллиметров. В среднем пальце, удобно прикладывать. Вот, данные визитных карточек хранятся.
Let's keep going. He got to put it on a cell phone too. Of course, we know this technology.
Давайте визитную карточку очень просто. Берется телефон, который поддерживает функцию, и прикладывается к руке. Для того, чтобы пройти на работу, да, нужно достать бумажник, вытащить оттуда карточку, приложить ее.
Let's get to the main part.
Because
you got Nate that said, it's June, ain't no microchip. He said maybe they can buy some lamb for you, right? Let's go. Keep watching. He's going to his bank. Where's he at? Look at that. Come on, man. It pop up. There it is. He said maybe your dog can get you some lamb. Nah, your dog won't need to get you some lamb. Look. He's at his bank. This is an ATM. This is in Russia. That looked like an older ATM too. So this technology is right in place. It's already set. It's right in front of your eyes. Hey, shalom to those on the comment board. It's right below. It's right before your eyes, man. It's the technology is here. The infrastructure is here. If you're gonna make something like this, you got to put the infrastructure first. That's why 5G is coming into play. All these things are set up. The infrastructure is here. So watch what he does. All right, I think we're gonna leave it there. I think that the point is hit. You know, we're coming to the time where we got to watch these things, man. All right, Yabashim Yashai showed us that, you know, these times are for us to watch. We're supposed to be circumspect, man. All right, and these are for our salvation. Just like I just read that the controversy of Zion is the Most High doing these things. All right, like a father that was mad at his son, he's not mad at us, man. He's redeemed us. Yahweh's sacrifice has brought us back into the presence of the Lord, man. All right, so consider yourself blessed to be where we're at right now, that we know what we know, and we just got to hold on to the crowns, man. All right, we can't, and don't be, what's it say, presumptuous. Don't, just like you see guys that are getting out trying to make a name for themselves, this truth ain't for that, man. This truth is to hold on and be scared as hell, and hopefully we can be delivered, man. The Lord is angry. The Lord is angry. He said he's going to cry like a travailing woman. That's why Ezra said, who shall deliver me in those days? You got to have that attitude, man. Who shall deliver me, man? I want to be delivered, man. Not, yeah, I'm on the way to deliverance. Nah, that ain't going to work, man. So Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm going to leave it there. So with that, I want to give all honor and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Dash. And we say, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Ba'ashem Dash. Till the next time, keep faith, keep holding on to hope, man. We almost there. Shalom.